master flasher here. Oh, excuse me. These are your heater controls right here. Okay. This is your master flasher. That turns on the power to the overhead lamps and stop signs. It doesn't turn one, it just turns on the power. This is your override button right here. The override button allows you to get off the bus and escort a child across the street and keep the red loading lights on and the stop arms out with the stop lights on. This is your noise suppressor button right here. What that does, that turns off the AC fans and the heater fans so you can listen for the railroad train at the train track. These are your dome lights right here, which are the ceiling lights in the bus. This is your heated mirror control. The outside mirrors are heated to defog them. These 5 buttons are your air conditioning controls. Okay. Okay, these are your air conditioning controls. This is your defroster right here. So you put your hand up there. Okay. Your defroster controls. These are your fan controls here for defrost. That fan and that fan right there. Okay. These are your mirror controls for your outside mirrors to adjust them. This button right here is actually tells you when it's lit. It tells you that the audio and visual recording system is on. Okay. This is our 4-way hazard button right here. Tell you that it turns on your hazard lights. And see, we got the indicators right there. The indicators are on for your 4-way hazard lights. This is your right signal control, and you can see the indicator is working. Left signal, we got the indicator working. Okay, high beam lights, see, we got, you pull it back and we got the high beam indicator, that works. Okay, our steering wheel doesn't have any more than 2 inches of free play in the steering wheel. Okay, our horn, the horn works. Okay, this is my transmission temperature gauge. This is my water temperature gauge. This is my oil pressure gauge right here. This is my RPM gauge, which tells me my engine speed. My speedometer tells me my road speed. My voltmeter right here tells you if the battery is being charged or not. That's the fuel gauge. That's self-explanatory. And these 2 are my air pressure gauges. Now, this is my parking brake right here. This is my gear shift lever right here. This is my ignition switch right here. This switch right here controls the, and this right here is the microphone for the inside mic. It allows me to talk to the students. This is the amplifier for the inside microphone system. And then these buttons here are my cruise control buttons. And then these lights right here let me know that the overhead lights are on. So I got to demonstrate those. So I turn my master flasher on. Okay. And then you can see my red light is lit. And then when I open the doors, okay, you can see that my door light, my door indicator, not my door indicator, my indicator for my red overhead lights and my stop signs, that's on. This button here opens and closes the doors. All right. Now, what I want to do is start my bus so to show you that my gauge is working. So I turn the key on, and we can see the oil pressure gauge is rising to normal. The temperature gauge is just smooth. Okay, they're going to rise to normal. My engine speed gauge, my RPM gauge, that's up to 700 RPM. My speedometer is not moving because we're not going anywhere. We're sitting still. This is my voltmeter gauge. Lets me know my battery is charging. And the voltmeter gauge is in the normal position. It should be between 12 and 15 volts, which it is. This is my fuel gauge right here. And then these are my air pressure gauges for my 2 air tanks. And you can see my air pressure hit the governor at 120 pounds, so that's normal. We have no warning lights or anything like that here. Okay, in the instrument panel, no warning messages letting know something's wrong. I can turn the engine off a second and then turn it to the on position, and you can see my ABS lights working. Okay, and I can turn the key all the way on. The ABS light is on. Okay, now right now